Okay, Finn using a lightsaber. This was just so stupid. How does Finn know how to use a lightsaber? Why would stormtroopers be trained in lightsaber fighting? I mean, that stupid scene where he fights a stormtrooper with that weird, like, you know, lightsaber blocking, stick or whatever. It's like, why would they even have that? They fight like X-wings and just rebel fighters. They don't really fight jedis anymore. They haven't fought jedis in like years and years and years. And it also kind of ruins the mystique of the lightsaber, because the lightsaber, was the weapon of a Jedi, like Ben Kenobi said in A New Hope. So not as what is it? Not as random or as barbaric as a blaster or whatever he said. I don't remember what he said. And then that scene was really stupid because the stormtrooper yells, "Traitor!" But like, how would the stormtrooper even know who he is? I mean, there's like millions of stormtroopers. I mean, the chances of him running into like Finn, I mean, or Finn running into a stormtrooper that he knows personally, I mean, that seems dumb. And also, he threw down his gun. Like, why wouldn't you just shoot Finn? Why didn't the stormtrooper just shoot Finn? But he throws down his gun, and then he uses this anti-lightsaber device. But how did he know Finn would have a lightsaber in the first place? It's so stupid. It was just like, it's like the only reason for that scene was to try to show that Finn knows how to use a lightsaber. I mean, why not just make Finn a Jedi? That would have been way easier, and that would have made more sense. But they have no way of explaining how Finn can fight Kylo Ren at the end of the movie. So it's kind of like they created this scene where he fights with a lightsaber against a stormtrooper just to explain it. Just to explain the unexplainable. And like, we don't even know. I mean, Finn doesn't have the Force. Or if he does, they don't really, mention that. At least with Rey, they sort of explain that she has the Force. But they don't really do that with Finn. So if he has the Force, why wouldn't you explain it? So if they don't explain it, then I'm assuming Finn doesn't have the Force. But you get all these stupid fanboys and fangirls saying Finn is Force sensitive. Who told you that? Nobody told you that. And yet he knows how to use a lightsaber. And then the way he was able to land the blow on Kylo Ren, even though he doesn't have the Force and, doesn't know how to use the lightsaber. We know he doesn't really know how to use a lightsaber because he tells Maz Kanata, like, I don't have a weapon. And then Maz Kanata says, you have one. So clearly, if he was skilled in using the lightsaber, he wouldn't have said he doesn't have a weapon. He would have been like, oh, I got this lightsaber, so, I know how to use it, so I do have a weapon. So the movie not only contradicts the other Star Wars movies, but it also contradicts itself. Again, it's like the people who made this movie have never seen a Star Wars film. What was cool about the old Star Wars is that the lightsabers were affiliated or associated with Jedi. It was kind of a cool weapon because only Jedi used it. But now anyone can use a lightsaber. Just some random stormtrooper can use a lightsaber now. That kind of ruins the mystique. It kind of ruins Star Wars. It's so stupid. And the way the stormtrooper threw away his gun to try to fight Finn, like hand to hand. Do you remember that scene in Indiana Jones where, that in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, when that dude wants to fight Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones just pulls out his gun and shoots? That's what any normal person would have done. They wouldn't have thrown away their blaster and then try to engage Finn in a hand-to-hand combat. That's so dumb. That is so that scene was clearly only put in there to try to explain that Finn somehow has training in a lightsaber. Really stupid. And people think this is a good movie? People think that J.J. Abrams is going to do a good job with episode 9? You people are nuts.